Hello everyone, I welcome to you in the Digital Fashion Design Zone class. This is Mr. Ruben and today I came to you with a very special class. In this class, we will learn about the development of the specification sheet. Let me explain you about some importance of the specification sheet into the manufacturing industry. A garment specification sheet is a technical document that contains the construction details of the product, a technical diagram or sketch of the garment, measurements of the product. The fashion designer communicates the design concept through the specification sheet. The stitch class and the seam types are mentioned in the sketch. The diagram also communicates different measuring points by English letter. To make the garment pattern, grading of the patterns for the different sizes, developing a sample, and the sourcing of the materials. For all the above mentioned purpose, the specification sheet are followed. So let's start. So we will use the CorelDRAW software in this class to complete that to accomplish the development of the specification sheet. We will conduct two classes for this purpose. In the part A, we will learn about the technical design, technical drawing of the specified garments. In the part B, we will learn about the measurements and the specification of the fabrics and some important instructions. So let's start. First of all, we can see that this is the CorelDRAW software version 2020. Latest version of the software is available over here. Now we have to go to the new documents. So we have to left click over here, and then the new panels will appear in front of you. Then you have to give the name as a spec sheet. And then you have to select the measuring units as a centimeter and the orientations at the portrait or orientation, and then OK. Now you can see that the work area has appeared into the screen. Now you have to go to the rectangle tools and you have to double left click over there. Now your page will be activated. Now we have to go to come to this portion of the work area and left click and drag and drop the guidelines into the center of this page. After that, we have to go to the file and we have to import the template of the dress form. After importing the dress form, we have to increase the size of this dress form according to our page sizes. Now we have to centralize it in a symmetrical manner. So this is the symmetry line. So we have to match the guidelines with this symmetrical lines. And we can zoom it and we can check whether it is symmetrically properly matched or not. Now we can see that the guidelines and the vertical lines of the dress form have also been specified properly. Now we have to right click and then we have to lock this work area. Now we will start the drawing of the front part of this front face of the specified garments. So for that purpose, we have to go to the pen tool. Now we have to start the drawing of the front part of the specified garments. In this way, and then we have to press the shift button to draw a horizontal line, and then we have to join it. After that we have to go to the shape tool, and now we have to make a proper shape to this specified lines. We have to go to the convert to curve, and we have to draw like this. We have to give a curve shape. In the same way, we have to come to this point, convert to curve, and little bit up we have to increase, and this portion also little bit up we have to increase. Now this is the arm side portion. We have to give the curve shape to this arm side portion also. After that, we have to select this point, and we have to reduce the breakpoint. Now we have to select this point also, and we have to reduce it. Now we have to left click to this portion, and then we have to go to the convert to curve, and then we have to give a proper shape of the specified garments like this. After giving this shape, we have to come to this portion of the line and left click over there, and then convert to curve, and we have to give a specified shape to this garment. Now it's okay. After the completion of these things, we have to go to the pen tools, and we have to start drawing of the front sleeve. And we have to finally join at this point. After completion, we have to go to the shape tool, and then we have to join this point at this place. And similarly, we have to select this breakpoint, and we have to join at this position. After joining these two things, we have to go to shape tools again, and we have to come to this middle portion, and we have to go convert to curve, and then we have to match this line like this, and we have to join in a proper way. After making join these two things, we have to go to the pick tools, and then okay. Now we have to apply the seam allowances shoulder line, and it's a seam. For that purpose, we have to go to the freehand tools, and we have to draw a line, and go to the shape tool, and go to the convert to curve, and draw a parallel type of line at this position like this. After that, we have to go to the pick tools and come to your keyboard and press the plus button from your keyboard, and press the bottom arrow key and left arrow key. And after that, we have to check whether these 2 points has been matched properly or not, and then we have to increase it a little bit up to here. Now we have to right click and go to the properties, and then you have to select the line styles, and we have to give the stitch. So then we have to select this line, go to the line styles, and we have to select the stitch pattern. Likewise, we can give the stitching on this drawing. After that, we have to draw the stitching of arm's eye line. So we have to draw the stitching of arm's eye line. For that purpose, we have to go to the freehand tools and we have to zoom in it, and then we have to draw a line to this position. After drawing this line, we have to go to the shape tool and we have to come to this portion and we have to left click over here and go to the convert to curve, and then we have to reshape this line and we have to readjust in a proper way until we are familiar about this position. After that, we have to go again to the line style and we have to select the stitching and then OK. Now the stitches has also been applied to this portion also. Now again we have to draw the cuff portion of the sleeve. So we have to go to the freehand tools and we have to draw a cuff pattern, and then we have to go to the pick tools, left click over there and press the plus button from your keyboard, and then from your keyboard right top arrow key you have to press, and then you have to check whether is it okay or not. After that, we have to go to the style line and we have to select first this line and go to the style line and we have to apply the stitches to this portion also. In the same way, we have to press the plus arrow key from our keyboard and we have to select this line, and then we have to drag and we have to readjust it over here, and we have to left click and rotate it in a proper way. After making rotation, we have to come to this point of this line and we have to readjust it likewise. After making readjustment, we have to go shape tool and we have to readjust it properly. Now we have to draw the sleeve stitches. So we have to go to the freehand tool and then we have to draw a line and go to the shape tool, and then you have to check whether it is properly adjusted or not, this line, until you are fully satisfied or comfortable with your drawing. You have to go to the style line and you have to select the stitch pattern and then pick tools. OK. Now we can see that this line has also been drawn. Now we have to draw the side seam stitches. So for that purpose, we have to go to the freehand tools again, and then we have to left click to this position. We have to draw a line, go to the shape tool, left click and convert to curve, and then we have to reposition this line also as a parallel to the side seam line. If you are familiar with this position, then you have to go like this. We have to adjust until it is properly fitted, and then go to the style line and then you have to select the stitch pattern, and then now we can see it has been converted into the stitch. Again we have to go to the freehand tool, and then from this position to this position we have to draw a line, go to the shape tool, again go to the convert to curve, and we have to draw parallel shape according to the hem line. Now we can, if we are comfortable with this, to go to the pick tools. Now we can see that this stitches has also been completed. After the completion of these full things, now we have to select the whole portion and go to the group objects, and we have to group it properly. Now we have to mirror it to the right hand side. So for that purpose we have to press the control button from our keyboard and then left click and drag and right click, draw. Now we can see that the copy of mirror has also been generated of this piece. Now we have to press the right arrow key from our keyboard and we have to join to the center line. After making combination of these two, now we have to select this portion and right click and ungroup all. After making ungroup, we have to go to the shape tool, and now we have to increase this portion up to here. In the same way, we have to select this one and we have to increase up to here. It should be parallel to the center line. We have to be familiar with that. If you are comfortable with this, again we can increase more width of this. Now we are going to draft the placket. Again we have to go to the pick tools and we have to select this right hand side piece, right click and then ungroup all. We have to go to the shape tool, and now this piece also have to equally increase to their position. Similarly, we have to increase this line also. Now okay, now we can see this is the placket line has also been drafted to this piece. If you want to increase the width of this placket, and further you can do the changes in the same process. Now okay, we have to go to the pick tools, and after that we have to select the entire piece, and then we have to go to the group objects and we have to group it. After making group of these things, next very important step is we have to draw the collar. For that purpose we have to go to the pen tools, and in the same way we have to increase this portion and we have to draw a rectangle like this and go to the shape tool or realign the position of this rectangle. After making realignment, we have to left click to the middle, go to the convert to curve, and we can change the curve positions of this line. Similarly, we have to like this. Now again we have to go to the pen tool, and now we have to draw one more rectangle like this and we have to join it. Now we have to go to the shape tool and we have to reposition or reshape it as per our requirement, and we have to match it over here. You have to left click here, go to the convert to curve, and then we have to give the shape like this and select this position, convert to curve, and we have to draw a curve shape. Similarly to this line also we have to draw a curve. After drawing these things, we have to go to the pick tool and we have to select this one, and then we have to select the color white. Okay, and then we have to press the control button to mirror it and left click, drag and drop to this position. Now we can see the mirror has also been developed to this piece. After that we have to go to the freehand tools, and then we have to draw the stitches to this collar. like this. First of all, we have to draw a line, go to the shape tool and left click to this portion and convert to curve, and likewise we can give the shape. And now we have to go to the line styles and we have to select the stitches like this. Similarly, we have to go freehand tools, and again we have to draw one more line over here, and then we have to go to the style line and select the stitches. Go to the shape tool, select this one line, and we have to readjust it up to here. Now it's okay. After making this readjustment, this one we have to click first. First of all, we have to select this line and this stitches also. We have to, by pressing shift button from our keyboard, both the stitches we have to select, and then we have to group objects. After making group, we have to press the control button from our keyboard and drag and drop, then the duplicate mirrors will generate. Now we have to again select this freehand tool and we have to draw a line, go to the shape tool and left click over here, convert to curve, and then we have to draw this shape, and then go to the style line and select the stitch pattern, and then OK. Now we can see that the whole front piece of our garment completely designed. Now we have to position the button stands. So for that purpose, we have to draw one more line and go to the shape tool and select this portion, convert to curve, and we have to convert it. Like this. After that, we have to go to the ellipse tools, press the shift button from your keyboard, and you have to draw control button from your keyboard. We have to draw the button, and we have to position it into the center of this place. Now we have to press the shift button, left click and drag and drop like this. And then we have to go to the pick tools, press the shift button and then group the objects. After making groups, we have to left click, drag and press the control button from our keyboard, and we have to drop by pressing right click over here. Next, very important step, now again we have to select this button and press the shift button, left click, and we have to increase the size of this button. Shift button and like this we can increase the size of this button. Now we have to drag by pressing the control button from our keyboard, and we have to press the right click and release this one to generate duplicate buttons. So we can see that the total buttons also has been generated. Now the completely front part of the technical drawing of the specified garments has been completed. Now we have to select the entire object and we have to group it. After making group of these things, we have to left click drag and right click drop. Then the duplicate of this piece has also been generated. Now we have to draw the back part of this specified garments. So for that purpose, we have to select this entire piece, right click and ungroup all. After making ungroup of all these piece, we have to select and we have to delete all the unwanted piece. What we have to do, we have to go to the shape tool and then we have to select this piece of this pattern and we have to select this breakpoint and we have to break curve, and then we have to select, come to this bottom piece and select the breakpoint of the bottom, and then we have to break the curve. Similarly, we have to select this line and we have to delete it. After deleting this, we have to select this piece. Similarly, we have to select the breakpoint and break at this point to this piece. Similarly, we have to come to this breakpoint and break curve. After breaking, and we have to delete that line. Now, very important thing is that we have to realign this line to this center point. Similarly, we have to select this piece portion of the line and we have to realign it over here. Now come to this bottom. In the same way, we have to come to this center line and we have to select this piece also and we have to join to the center point. After that, we have to select this one and we have to delete, go to the pick tools and we have to delete, shape tool again and we have to select this one and we have to join both the corner to that specified piece. And like this we have to draw this line. Now we have to go to the shape tool and we have to select this breakpoint and break curve. Similarly, we have to select this portion of the line and break curve. Then we have to select this line and delete. Similarly, we have to select this line also and we have to delete it. Now we have to draw the placket of the sleeve. So for that purpose, we have to come to this portion of the sleeve and go to the freehand tool and come to this middle point and we have to draw a line like this. Again, we have to draw and the perpendicular line, and then we have to draw this line and this line. Go to the pick tools and then OK. Now very important things is that we have to draw the stitches to this portion. So for that purpose we have to go to the freehand tool and go to the shape tool and we have to select this line, freehand tool, and then again we have to draw one more line from this portion to over here. And then we have to go to the shape tool and we have to realign it in a proper way. And then go to the line styles and select the stitches and then OK. Again we have to go to this line and we have to draw a line and we have to increase and join it up to here. Now we have to go to the shape tool and select this line and we have to rotate it up to here. And we have to reposition it in a proper way. Now again, we have to go to the point style line, and we have to select the stitch pattern and then OK. Now very important things is that we have to go to this shape tool and go to the freehand tools, and again we have to draw one more line over here. Go to the shape tool and we have to come style line, and we have to select the stitch pattern and then OK. Now we can see that this is our placket has also been drafted over here. Now we have to select this ellipse tool, and in this center point we have to draw a circle, and we have to increase the width as a 5, and then we have to go to the pick tools and select this one, and we have to reposition it in a proper place. Similarly, we have to reposition it over here. Right click, again we have to select this one and right click over here. Now we can see that this is the button positions has also been drafted. Now very important things is that we have to select this line and we have to delete it. Sleeve portion, and we have to delete it. Now we have to press the shift button. First you select this one and select all the pieces. By pressing the shift button, we have to select the entire piece of this sleeve and we have to group it. Now we can move it and we can check whether all the pieces has been selected or not. It has been selected. Now we have to delete it. Again we have to select this piece and then press the control button from your keyboard and then you have to move it and we have to reposition it over here in a proper way. Now we can see that this sleeves has also been mirrored. After that we can see that the entire piece has been completely drawn. Now we have to go to the pick tools and we have to select this entire piece. After selection we have to group it. After grouping we have to select this piece and we have to drag and right click and make the duplicate of this back part. Now we can see that the front part and the back parts of this specified garments technical drawing has been completed. Now next very important part is that we have to select this piece. One more duplicate we have to generate of this piece and then So now we have to select this piece, right click and then ungroup all. After making ungroup of all these pieces, we have to select this portion of the collar, zoom in it, press the shift button and select the stitching also. Similarly, we have to select this piece and this stitches and this collar also, and this stitches and this stitch also, and button and this things. After that, we have to go to the group objects and we have to group. After making combination of group, we have to left click, drag and drop over here. Now we can see this collar's specified portion of the collar has also been generated. Now we have to select this piece and then we have to select by pressing the shift button this shoulder line and stitches also, and then we have to group it and left click, drag and drop over here. So now we can see that this panel of the front piece has also been generated. Now finally, we have to draft the sleeve, single sleeve portions. For that purpose of the back piece, so for that purpose we have to select this piece of our specified garments. After selection, we have to generate the duplicates of this one. After making duplicates of this back part of this specified garments, we have to select this piece and right click and ungroup all. Control Z it. We have to select the entire piece, right click, ungroup only. And after that, we have to select this sleeve portion and we have to drag and right click at a time, and the duplicates of the sleeves will also be generated. Now you have to left click to the center and drag, and then like this you can drop it over here. Now we have to right click and group all, and after that we have to select this stitches, and then we have to delete this stitches, and this side stitch also we have to delete. After deleting, we have to select the entire piece and group object. Now we can press the shift button and we can increase the width of the sleeve also. Now we have to press the shift button and shorten it. Now we have to go to the shape tool, and first of all we have to go to the pick tools and select ungroup all. Go to the shape tool and select this piece. After selection, and then we can give the shape of the arm's eye to the sleeve. Like this, we can see the sleeve portions has also been completed in the technical drawing. After that, very important things is that Control Z, and first of all you have to select the entire piece and group all the objects. After making groups of all these objects, then okay. Now very important things, we have to draft the technical drawing of the cuff specification. So for that purpose we have to draw a rectangle After drawing these things, we have to go to the shape tool and we have to select this portion node and go to the round node, and like this we have to select the specific node and round. We can round it specifically. After rounding it, we have to go to the freehand tools and then we have to draw a line like this. Similarly, from this node we have to draw one more line. After that, okay, now we have to go to the pen tool and then we have to start drawing one more line over here and press the escape button. Go to the shape tool and then we have to drag it over here and then delete nodes, and we have to go to the convert to curve and then we have to reshape it like this and add node. We have to do Ctrl Z it. First of all, we have to left click over here, add node, and then finally we have to reshape it in a proper way like this, and we have to join this piece over here like this, and we have to straighten it over here. After that, now it has been completed. So now we have to draft the shape tool okay. Now we have to go to the freehand tool and come to this portion and draw it. Now we have to draw the dot positions to this portion, so we have to dot position also has been drafted. Now okay, freehand tools we have to select and we have to draw our line. Go to the outline and we have to convert it one and then okay. Again we have to go and we have to draw it. Go to the shape tool and reposition it in a proper place. Minus, we have to go to the convert to curve and then we can convert into a curve. Now we have to select this portion and add breakpoint and we have to increase it and we can reposition it. Style line and we have to give the stitching to this portion. Again we have to go to the freehand tools and we have to join it over here. Go to the style line and select the stitches. Go to the shape tool and select this line and we have to join it over here and then okay.